The depths of silence. I grew up by the sea like everyone in the village. The ocean was everything. It fed us, gave us work, and after years of living by it, you feel like it knows you too. I trusted it. I respected it. That was before I learned what really lurked beneath the surface. That IT started with Captain Morgan, an old sailor who'd spent his life at sea. He was tough, unshaken by storms, so when he didn't return after a rough one, we feared the worst. His boat, the Sea Belle, was old but sturdy. A week later, it drifted ashore, and scathed but wrong. No bodies, no struggle, just thick, green seaweed coating the deck and a metallic sour stench. We assumed the storm had tossed the crew overboard. It was easier to believe that the sea has always had its mysteries, its stories of monsters and creatures from the deep. I used to laugh at those tales. But after Morgan disappeared, things changed. Boats began vanishing, first a few fishing vessels, then more. They'd drift back days later, intact but abandoned, with the same slimy seaweed and metallic smell. Torn nets suggested something massive had risen from the depths and ripped through them. We whispered that the sea was claiming its due, but no one wanted to admit it. One day, I went fishing with Greg and Thomas. It was a calm, still day, the sea like glass. About 10 miles off the coast, Greg spotted a dark shadow beneath the water, too large and too deliberate to be a school of fish. It moved slowly, stretching longer than our boat. At first, we thought it might be a whale, but something felt wrong. The water jolted violently, throwing us to the deck. When I looked again, the shadow was rising, larger than before, that we didn't wait to see what it was. We sped back to shore, but I could feel something following us, just out of sight. When we docked, none of us spoke. Wrapped around the anchor was that same slimy seaweed, the metallic stench stronger than ever. We didn't go back out for weeks. The disappearances stopped for a while, but the ocean felt different, colder. People talked in whispers, always glancing at the water, like it might reach out and drag them under. Slowly, life returned to normal, and boats went back to sea. We convinced ourselves it was just a fluke, a strange natural event. Then one night I heard something different. I live near the shore, and the waves usually lull me to sleep. But that night, the waves were louder, more erratic, mixed with a low, distant rumble. I went outside. Under the moonlight, I saw the ocean churning violently. 3 boats drifted aimlessly, pulled by an unseen force. Then, as quickly as it had started, everything went still. The next morning, those boats washed ashore, empty, covered in seaweed. The town went silent. No one wanted to admit it, but we all knew it was back. Some said it was an ancient creature from the ocean's depths. Others claimed it was the sea's revenge. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is that the water no longer feels safe, that I haven't been on the boat since that night. I tell myself it's caution, but deep down, I'm scared. We all are. The ocean that once gave us life now feels like it's hiding something we were never meant to see. Fishermen whisper of more boats disappearing further up the coast. Some have stopped going out altogether. Others pretend nothing's changed, but I know it's still out there. Whatever it is, it's watching, waiting. So, the next time you're near the ocean and everything feels too quiet, too still, remember this story. The sea has its secrets, and some of them are better left alone. Once you've caught its attention, there's no telling what might rise from the depths to claim you.